Our world is crumbling around me. Disaster after disaster. You've deterred Sylvester. Now my father is back.
Your father is back.
His boat docked this very morning.
This very morning.
And they're determined to marry me off.
To marry you off.
To the daughter of Signor Durante.
Of Signor Durante.
His daughter is already on her way back from Mercedes to do the deed. And this news was sent by my uncle.
By your uncle.
To whom my father sent it in a letter.
In a letter.
And my uncle, he knows all what we've been up to.
All we've been up to.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Silvestro. Say something instead of parroting everything I say.
Parroting every...
Well, at least give me some advice. Tell me how to get out of this terrible mess.
You should have thought of that before you got into it.
Oh, I'm ruined by this rotten return.
The ruin's mutual.
When my father finds out, I can see a thunderstorm of violent recriminations pouring on me.
Violent recriminations are nothing. I can see a thunderstorm of bells bursting on the ear.
Oh, God. Oh, God, what can I do?
I don't know.
What can I do, man? What can I do?
I told you I don't know.
What can I do?
I can't swim, I told you.
How has Signor Octavio? There. Start from the beginning. Tell me what's wrong because you look a little disturbed.
Oh, Scapino, I'm going mad. I'm ruined. I'm the unhappiest man in the whole world.
Really? How's that?
You mean to say you haven't heard what has happened to me?
No.
My father and Signor Durante are back.
So?
And they're determined to marry me off.
Well, what's so horrible in that?
Oh, if only you knew the cause of my troubles.
There. Just tell me everything. You know I'm always willing to listen when a young fellow is in trouble.
Oh, dear Scapino, if you could devise me to get me out of this terrible mess, I'll be indebted to you for the rest of my life.
Now, you know there's not much I can't do once I've set my mind to it. I mean, the good Lord has blessed me with quite a mind for inspired inventions and clever ideas, which the less talented in their jealousies call deceits and trickery. But I've given the whole thing up.
What affairs, Scapino? And what troubles?
Well, I had a little run-in with the law.
With the law?
Yes, we didn't quite agree on a certain matter.
Pig didn't quite agree.
And I was so incensed on this ingratitude of my fellow men, but now I'm always willing to listen.
Well, you know, 2 months ago, my father and Signor Durante set out on a business trip in which both their interests were concerned.
Quite.
And that Leandro and myself were left by our fathers. Myself and the care of Silvestro here, and Leandro under your supervision.
And I've done my job very conscientiously.
So have I.
Come. Well, a little while afterwards, Leandro met a young gypsy girl and fell madly in love with her.
Quite.
As we're great friends and all, he took me away in his confidence to see the girl. Well, I thought she was quite pretty, but not as pretty as he thought I would.
Well, what next?
Well, to tell you the truth, later on, as we were going to see his obsession, we heard in a little house on a by street, the sound of sobbing mixed in with the great tears. A woman passing by told us 2 foreign women lived there in terrible conditions.
Well, keep going.
Curiosity made me drag Leandro to see what was the matter. We went into a little room where we saw an old woman dying.
Ah.
A nurse crying.
Ah.
And a young girl, dissolved in tears. The most beautiful, the most exquisite I was ever seen.
Aha! Oi! Oi!
No.
And yet the girl would have looked wretched in the state she disheveled along her shoulders. But even in her state, she glittered like 1,000 stars. Her tears weren't those ugly tears which make a face bright and swollen. She cried in the most prettiest ways imaginable. Her misery was the most beautiful misery in the whole world.
Yes, obviously.
Everyone felt tears come into their eyes to see such love and affection. She threw herself, sobbing, next to the dying woman.
Yes, I guess they love each other very much.
Oh, Scapino, a stone wall would have loved her.
Quite.
Now look, if you two don't cut the story short, we'll be listening here until tomorrow. I'll finish it in 2 words. His heart burst into flames. He couldn't live without the girl, though the nurse won't allow him in the house. He begs, he grovels, he argues, not a hope. For though the girl's without money and friends, she comes from a great family. Unless he marries her, he has to keep his hands off her. Passion feeds on obstacles. He racks his brain, ponders, reasons, debates, then makes up his mind. And he's been a married man for the last 3 days. Add to that the unexpected return of his father. Add to that the other marriage that his father has arranged with Signor Durante's daughter. That's the daughter of the second wife Durante married at Versailles.
And worse than all this, had the property which my lovely wife now lives in, and my inability, penniless as I am, to help her.
There.
Is that all?
No.
Do you know the two of you seem bowled over by nothing? I mean, what on earth is the matter with you?
Well, I realize I haven't been blessed with your brains.
That's true. That's very true.
Octavio!
Oh, here comes my lovely Giacinta.
Oh, Octavio, is it true what Sylvester told Maria? Your father's back and is going to marry you to someone else?
Yeah. Yes, my dearest, and I'm as heartbroken as you are. But what is this? You're crying. Why these tears? Surely you don't doubt my love for you. Surely you don't think I'm ungrateful to you.
Yes, Octavio, I'm sure you love me. I'm so sure you'll always love me.
How could anyone love you without loving you for the rest of one's life?
I've heard, Octavio, a man's love does not last as long as a woman's does. And those burning passions men discover are as easily extinguished as they are set alight.
My dearest Giacinta, I'm not made like other men.
Oh my God.
I know that I shall love you till I die.
I'm sure you believe what you say, and I don't doubt that your words are sincere, but I fear stronger adversaries than the tender feelings you have for me. I mean, you're completely dependent on your father, who's determined to marry you with someone else. If that happens, I expect I'll die!
No, Father, she might me break my word too. Hardly give up my country. Life itself can give up you. Without having seen the girl, hate the girl he wishes me to marry. Don't cry, dear Giacinta. The tears hurt me more than you. Oh, everybody wounds me to the heart.
To make you happy, I shall hold back my tears. But try as whatever fate has in store.
Fate is on our side.
It must be, if you stay true to me,
Never doubt that.
then I shall be happy.
She's not such a fool. I think she's quite nice to look at, too. But, ciao.
Oh, here's a man who could be a marvelous help, if only you were willing.
Now you know I resolved never to meddle in anyone else's business ever again. But if you were both to ask nicely, perhaps.
Oh, Scapino, if it's a question of just asking nicely, I beg you, with all my heart, to be the captain of our ship.
Pardon? And you? You have nothing to say about this?
Oh, I beg you by everything that's dear to help us in our love.
Right. I've been arguing around. Now you get along home and stop worrying.
Believe me,
Now get along home and I'll take care of everything.
Ciao!
Ciao.
Ciao!
Ciao.
Ciao!
Ciao. Oh, welcome girl. Oh, now you. You get your upper lip stiffened to meet your father.
I must admit, my lips are trembling already, just as the thought of it.
That's why you must see Master for a moment, where he will take advantage of your weakness. Now, you could have a little rehearsal here if you want. I mean, you've got the audience. And We'll play the part and see how you act.
Okay, I'll try.
Now remember, mind resolute, head high, firm looks.
Like this.
No, totally wrong. Firm looks, head high, chin out.
Okay, now?
Yeah, that's it. All right. Now imagine I'm your father. Just come home from this trip and answer me firmly as if I were him. I'm gonna come on. Who ever heard of such a thing? What an idiot thing to do! Ah, there you are, you worthless, notorious son, unworthy of a father like me. How dare you? How dare you play this fine game with this cheap trick whilst I've been away? Is this how the fruit of my toils out? Oh, the respect you owe me, the respect you owe me for my care of you. Say something. Oh, you have the cheek, you beetle, to get married without your father's consent, to marry secretly without even his knowing. Oh, how dare you, loud? How dare you? Give me one good reason.
It's because you sound exactly like my father.
That's why you mustn't be an idiot.
Okay, I'll do better this time. I'll be firm and determined.
Determined?
Determined.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Good, here comes your father now.
Oh God, come on!
Oh, I'll take it all quite a turn of speed. What a weak specimen. All right, looks like it's up to you to be the handball man.
What shall I tell him?
Back me up and just agree with everything.
Whoever heard of such a thing?
He's already heard it, and he's having a roast himself.
What a lunatic thing to do.
Just a while.
I'd love to hear a dictator say to me about this damn marriage.
We're just thinking about it.
Will they try to deny it?
Don't think we'll do that.
Or will they try to make excuses?
That's possible.
Perhaps they'll try to entertain me with fairy stories.
Perhaps.
Everything they say will be useless.
Oh, we'll see about that.
They shan't make an idiot out of me.
I don't count on it.
I'll make sure that rascal of a son of mine stays safe.
And we've the same intention.
And as for that ferret Silvestro, I'll beat him to jelly.
See ya.
I knew he'd remember me.
So you're there, are you? Why, custodian of a family fine director of the morals of the earth.
Sir, I am happy to see you home again.
Oh, how do, Scapino? You carried out my orders very prettily, haven't you?
You're looking very well as far as I can see.
Glowing. Well, can't you say anything, idiot? Can't you say anything?
Did you have a pleasant journey back, sir?
Very pleasant. And for God's sake, leave me alone and let me have a row in peace.
Oh, you want to row?
Yes, I want to row.
With who?
That clown there.
And why?
You haven't heard what's gone on whilst I've been away?
I did hear a few little junky thingies.
A few little jokey things. A catastrophe like this?
Well, maybe you see it in a different way.
An astounding piece of insolence like this.
Well,
Son to get married without the consent of his father.
I know, it's very unusual, but I don't think we should make too big a fuss about it.
Well, I do think I should. Not my belly full making a fuss about it. Don't you think I've got every reason in the world to be furious?
Quite, sir, but I mean, I was just the same myself after I had heard the news. And I was so incensed on your behalf that I had an enormous row with your son. You just asked me how I shouted, how I lectured him on the respect he owes a father whose footsteps he's not good enough to kiss. But after a little arguing, I sat down and I thought and I reasoned that out at the bottom of it all, he might not be as wrong as one might think.
What kind of clever double talk is this? There's nothing wrong with getting married to a stranger.
Yes, sir. But what would you have him do? Fate led him to it.
The easiest excuse in the world.
Now, sir, weren't you once young yourself? And didn't you once sew the odd wild coat? I mean, I heard you were quite the one for senioritas in your day. and you wouldn't stop the attack until the defenses were down.
Oh, that's true. That's very true. I don't know who the devil told you, but that's very true. It's very true. It's very true. You've made a point there, but I never got myself in the fix he's done.
Now, sir, he sees a young lady who shows affection for him, for he takes after you to have all the women in love with him.
Yes, I know.
Now, sir, he murmurs sweet nothings. He sighs with passion, pays her sweet visits. She lets herself be caught. He pushes his luck. Whoops! Now he's manhandled by her parents to marry her forcefully at gunpoint.
How does he do it?
Now, sir, would you have let himself be killed over this matter? It is a far, far better thing indeed to be married than to be dead.
Bravo! You didn't tell me it'd happen quite like that.
You just ask him yourself, sir. He'll give you the same answer.
Wasn't I forced that he was married?
No. Oh, yes, senor.
Well, then he should have gone straight to the police and reported the assault.
That's just what he couldn't do.
But would have made it much easier for me to dissolve the marriage.
Dissolve the marriage?
Yes.
You wouldn't dissolve it.
Oh, I would have dissolved it?
No.
No?
No.
No? No! What? Why shouldn't I have the rights of the father? And my satisfaction for the violence they've used against my son?
Sir, it's something you won't really agree with.
You won't really agree with?
No.
My son?
Your son. Do you want him to have to confess publicly to everybody that he was too much of a coward as to let himself be forced to marry her? I mean, for God's sake, he wouldn't be able to look at anyone else in the eye, much less a father like you.
That's a joke.
No, sir, now come on. For his honor and for yours, you must let everybody think he married her of his own free will.
And I must, for my honor and for his, prove the contrary.
No, I don't think he'll do it.
I'll force him to.
He won't do it, I'm certain of it.
He will do it, or I'll disinherit him.
You.
Me.
You won't disinherit him.
Oh, I will disinherit him?
No.
No?
No.
And who is going to stop me?
You will.
Me?
Yes, you won't have the heart to do it.
I will.
You're joking.
I'm not joking.
No, come on, sir. You're naturally too good-natured.
Oh, I'm not good-natured. Not at all good-natured.
He's not good-natured. Not at all good-natured.
I can be the very devil when I want to be.
Oh, he is too. In the second act, he's fantastic.
Let's have no more of this silly chit-chat or I'll burst. You! Get out, pear-shaped. Go find that rascal of a son of mine while I go join Senor Durante, the tome of this scandal.
No, sir. If you need any assistance at any time, night or day, call me and I will be at your assistance.
Thank you. Why should Octavio be an only child? If only my daughter had been spared to me, I'd have lent all my money to her.
I agree. You're a genius, and you've done marvelously well. But there's the matter of money.
Money.
Money. The creditors are starting to chase me down the streets.
Now, leave it to me. The plot is hatched. I'm just looking for somebody who can play a role I need. Hold it. Make your hand to a fist. Stand up. Lean on one leg. Put that hand into your pocket. Now make your eyes into slits. Can you see?
No?
Good. Alright, now strut around like one of those gangsters that the films we've been watching.
Like this?
I think we've been watching the wrong films. No. Come on. Like this. Then, oh. Alright, maybe just a few disguises for your face and voice and that'll do the trick.
Just as long as you don't get mixed up with the law.
What's 10 years up the river when you're with a friend?
I told Octavio, now I'm telling you, I can't swim.
Oh my God. Let's just have a little talk.
It's just occurred to me that the bad behavior of young people usually springs from the bad education that their fathers give them.
Yes, I suppose so. What exactly do you mean by that?
What exactly do I mean by that?
Yes.
That a responsible father like you brought up your son so properly, he would not play this trick on you.
Charming. And we can take it that you brought up your son without a flaw.
No question of it, and I should be very output if my son had done anything even approaching to your son's behavior.
And what if this son of yours, brought up so properly by his responsible father, had got himself into a worse mess than mine, eh?
Worse mess than what do you mean?
What do I mean?
What are you getting at?
What I'm getting at, Senor Durante, is that we shouldn't be so quick to criticize other people's behavior. Those who throw stones should make sure the windows are boarded up at home.
I'm not very good at rules.
Get someone to explain it to you then.
You wouldn't by any chance to have heard something about my son, have you?
It's quite possible.
Well, spell it out then.
Your fellow Scapino gave me the outline. In my own fury, I missed the details, but I'm sure most of Naples can fill in those for you. I'm off to consult a lawyer to find out what's best to do next. Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. What can it be? A worse mess than his? I can think of anything you possibly do. What's going on here?
Going on?
Yes. What have you been doing while I've been away?
What would you like me to have done, Father?
It's not a matter of what I'd like you to have done. I'm asking you, what have you done?
I don't believe I've done anything that would give you cause for concern.
Oh, nothing at all.
No.
You're very certain.
I'm very certain because I know I have done nothing wrong.
Seems to think otherwise.
Scapino?
That name makes you blush.
Did he tell you something about me?
You did tell me. This place is not very suitable for all this business with all these people watching. We'll solve this at home. Go there immediately. And don't talk to anyone on the way. I'll be back myself in a moment. You're a disgrace. You brought dishonor to the good name of Durante. I'll throw you up, and you'll never darken my door again. It was quite dark enough as it is.
How can Scapino betray me like this? A weasel who for 100 reasons ought to be the first to keep to himself my secrets. And he was the first to give them away. I could tear him to 1,000 pieces and feed him to their fishes!
Dear Scapino, I don't know how to thank you. Having smiled upon me when he sent you to my help.
Aha! There you are. What ecstasy it is to see you again, master trickster.
Oh, you're certain, sir. You're certain. You flatter me.
Don't make cruel jokes with me.
Sir.
I'll teach you a lesson.
Oh, Leandro!
No, Octavio, just stay over there.
But sir, what have I done?
What have you done? What have you done, you traitor?
Honestly, sir, I swear, I don't know.
Octavio, just stay over there. I'm going to make you pay for this. I know what you've been up to. You scum! You didn't think the story would get back to me so quickly. I'll get you. What have you been up to? Out with it. Or another blab, another secret again.
Honestly, sir, I swear, I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know, your conscience tells you very well.
All right, sir. All right. I confess it. It was me who drank that small barrel of wine somebody gave you a few days ago. I mean, it was me who put the cork hole at the bottom of the barrel, poured water all over the floor to make you think it had run dry.
So it was you! who drank all the wine and had me yell at that poor servant girl, thinking she was to blame.
Yes, and I do hope that you will forgive me.
Though I'm glad to know that that doesn't happen to be what I'm after at the moment.
Oh. All right, sir. Remember that ghost you met on the stairs a few weeks ago, and you nearly broke your neck falling backwards into the cellar?
Well, you were the ghost?
I was the ghost. But it was only to keep you from staying up all night as you usually do. I mean, you had us servants running everywhere, doing your bidding up until the early hours of the morning. I mean, it was for your own good, sir.
What's that?
What? This.
Ow! I'll remember this out on a proper time and place. But for now, I need you to come out and confess exactly what you told my father.
Told your father?
Yes, my father.
Wait, I haven't so much as seen him since his return.
You have not?
No.
Really?
haven't seen him.
But I heard from his own lips that
Excuse the expression, sir, but his lips aren't exactly telling the truth.
Pronto, pronto! Senor, senor! They're carrying her off! Who? The chances are on the point of running away with her, but not. She's crying!
She never cries!
She's crying now! They said if you don't get the money up the chances of the medical within 2 hours, she'll be gone from you forever!
Why did you hang up?
2 hours? In 2 hours? In 2 hours! Dear Scapino! Please give me your help.
Dear Scapino, I'm dear Scapino now that you need my help.
I thank you with all my heart. Please help me. If that's not enough, I'll get down on my knees and beg once again to please help me.
You can't just leave him now, Scapino.
You take that, you take that. But I'll think about it.
You know, time is pressing.
How much do you need?
500,000 lira.
And you?
200,000.
Great. I shall get these out of your debts. As for yours, first class miser, but the plan is already set. As for yours, he's the sort of man you can con out of almost anything. He's not exactly what you would call an Einstein.
How dare you!
No. Don't get upset. You know he's only your father because he happened to be married to your mother.
Oh, ridiculous behavior. No good sense, no consideration. To jump headlong into marriage. Oh, follies of youth.
So you're having a little think about your son's situation.
I must admit, it's put me in a state of fury.
Now, sir, life is full of disappointments. It's best to be prepared for all of them.
It's all very well. Foolish marriage has spoiled all of our plans. I'm not going to stand for it any longer. I've already been to see about getting it dissolved.
But, sir, you know what going to the law means in this country. You'll be up to your neck in complications and costs.
Oh, that's true. That's very true. But what other way is there?
Now, I think I've won, sir. I've just been talking to the brother of the girl Octavia's married. He's one of those roughnecks who stands on street corners, poking people in their noses and beating them with chains. But I got him to listen to a little proposal I made. And he agrees the marriage should be dissolved provided he gets the money.
How much did he ask?
Oh, sir. At first, a fantastic sum.
Well, tell me.
Oh, you wouldn't believe it, sir.
Tell me how much.
He said he wouldn't settle for less than 500,000 or 600,000 lira.
500 or 600? The devil seize him. Does he think I'm an idiot?
That's exactly what I told him, sir. I told him, do you think that man is an idiot? And I said to him that you are not as much of an idiot as you looked. But that's besides the point. After a little more arguing and debating and, little complications, I got him to lower the price to no less than for some food, to pay off his landlady, a little luggage, a mere 200,000.
200,000 lira.
Yes.
Come on, we'll go to court.
Oh, thanks, sir.
I'll go to court.
Now, sir.
I'll go to court.
Now, sir, going to court in this country means you'll have to spend money.
Money?
Yes. And not to mention the little bits in here of for the greasing of palms. Give the money to the man and you settle the whole thing.
200,000 lira.
And you'll make a profit.
Profit.
Yes, a profit. Now, I've just been doing a quick calculation in my head, and by giving the man 200,000, you'll make 150,000 over what it would be to go to court. No, so you care.
Oh, I don't give a damn. No one makes an idiot out of me.
Do what you will, sir, but if I were you, I'd avoid the law.
I am not giving away 200,000 lire.
Ah.
Hey, Scapino, show me where that rat Argante Octavio's father is.
Well, Chef, you know who that is? That's the brother of the girl Octavio's married. The one who stands on street corners, poking people on the noses and going around beating them with chains.
I said, show me where that rat Argante Octavio's father is.
Oh, why, Chef?
I just heard he's going to take me to court and dissolve by law the marriage of my sister.
Well, now I don't know whether or not he intends to do that, but I do know he won't give you 200,000 lire.
Him. If he were here right now, I'd make mincemeat of him.
Well, he's not.
Well, if he were here right now, I'd still wrap my chain around his chops in no time.
Well, do what you will, sir, but I can't get the money for you unless he decides to, unless he's like frightened enough to give you.
But who's that man right here?
This man, that's not him. That's not him.
You sure it isn't a friend of his?
A friend? No, this man is his deadliest enemy.
Deadliest enemy, eh? Well, put her there.
No, I'll do the talking.
Well, shake, Buster, shake. I swear to you, by the chain in my pocket, by the chain around me, by the razor in my pocket, but by all the saints, that before this day is finished, I'll rid you of that stool pigeon Argante. You can depend on me.
Sir, you know violence is against the law in this country.
What do I care? What have I got to lose?
Now, sir, Argante has guts, and maybe he won't be afraid of you.
Him. Seriously, people will be afraid of me. I mean, just look at me.
It's all very well, sir, but what will you do?
Heck, here we go. I will kill him, okay? I will. I will make mincemeat, I will wrap my chain around his chops, I will strangle him into a million pieces, I will.
Well, sir, Argante has friends and relatives who might come after you.
That's just what I want. God. Well, you know, I might as well be off. Ciao.
Ciao. Well, sir, that just shows you how much trouble we could all be in for a mere 200,000 lire. Oy vey, I'm off. Pino. Sir. Pino.
I changed my mind. I think I'll give him the money.
Sir, I am delighted for your sake.
Let's go and find him. I got the money with me.
Now, sir. No, he knows that you've tricked him now. Knowing that, he might decide to ask for more.
True. But I feel much happier to see what happened to my money.
Won't you trust me, sir?
Oh, no, it's not that, but...
Yes, sir. Either I'm an honest man or I'm a rogue. One or the other. It's only by my own doing that I've been mixed up in this business. I mean, give me the money or not, give to somebody else, I would be delighted. I'll leave myself with everything.
Oh, you take the money.
Now, sir, I'd be much happier if you give it to somebody else.
Take it, I beg you.
Now, how do you know I won't trick you?
For God's sake, take it. Don't make me argue anymore. Oh, I'll see you at home.
I'll be there shortly. One down, one to go.
Hey, here he comes now.
Oh, God, heavens, got them queuing up today. Oh, where can I find you, poor old Toronto? I need to tell you all this terrible news.
What is he saying with a face like a lemon?
I can't find you anywhere, sir. I need to give you the warning notice.
What's the matter, Pino?
Maybe he went for a walk going on the quayside and nobody can find him?
Hey, are you deaf?
Sir.
What?
Sir, your son.
Go on, my son.
Your son. He's gotten himself mixed up in the most extraordinary business.
What was that?
Now, sir, a little while ago, your son was sitting right about here, looking a little disturbed at something you must have said to him, which for no good reason got me mixed up. But being a good man I am, I I decided to take him on a little walk. Along the quayside, admiring boats as we went. A particular motor yacht, right there. We were there for a while, and up came the owner of the boat, Turkish he was. And he invited us on board. He invited us on board, and we ate food that made us food. And this food was like, oh my God. It was like delicious.
How does it make you feel so bad?
Oh, just a minute, sir, just a minute. When we were enjoying ourselves on deck, he ordered the boat out to sea. Nothing out of the ordinary, I assume. But when we were a good ways out, he threw me overboard. And he told me to tell you to send ransom from you to me back to him. A ransom of $500,000, or he'll sell your son off to Algeria.
What the devil, 500,000 later?
Yes.
What the devil was he doing aboard that boat?
I don't know, sir, but he's only given us 2 hours to get it, and by this time, you've almost lost your son. Oh, poor old fellow. We may never see you again. He's off to a fate we will not own. And it's all because of a hard-hearted father.
Don't strain yourself, SCAPINO. I'll go and get the money.
Very well, sir.
Was it 400,000 there you said?
No, sir. 500,000.
500,000?
Yes.
What the devil was he doing aboard that boat?
Quite right, sir, but hurry up.
Here, SCAPINO, I remember someone paying me the money. I never thought I'd be leaving so soon. Here, take it. Ransom my son. I tell that Turk he's a devil.
Oh, yes, sir.
A murderer.
Of course, sir.
A money grabber.
Yes.
If I ever see him, I shall have my revenge on him.
Sir,
What?
where is the money?
I give it to you.
No, put it in your wallet.
I put it in my... discreet disturbs my sense.
That's clear to see, sir.
What the devil was he doing aboard that boat? That boat! That terror of Turk! It will be the death of me! What the devil was he doing aboard that boat?
That boat's going to give him a heart attack.
I hate Turks!
Well, SCAPINO, any success?
Sir, for you, 200,000.
Oh, a moment of happiness.
Get all. There you
And have you done anything to save my love life from disaster?
go. Sir, for you, I can do nothing.
Life means nothing without my lovely Zerbanetta. What else can I do? I must end it all.
What's talking? Okay. I was only joking. Here's the money right here. Now put it down. You can have this money on one condition.
Anything? Yes?
That you allow me to go revenge on your father
Go for it.
in front of witnesses. Yes! Then how here you go.
You made life worth living.
Okay. Down. Ciao.
Let's go buy that lovely creature that I love.
My lovely Giacinta.
I love Lisa Vanessa.
I wish you would take that risk for my master now. For what he has just done for you should make you great enough.
What he has just done is not enough to convince me. I mean, we're just good friends. I may always be smiling, full of laughter, but for all my laughing, I am serious on certain matters, and your master mistakes himself. If he thinks that his having bought me means he owns me, he'll have to fortify his love with certain ceremonies, not necessary on his conditions.
That's just what he intends to do. His intentions are strictly honorable. Do you think if a single thought had entered his head that I would be mixed up in this business?
I long to believe you, but I can see certain objections coming from his father.
Well, we'll soon sort those out.
You know, the similarity of our adventures should make us still more friends. We both suffered the same apprehensions, exposed to the same misfortunes. Well, cheer up, we're in the same boat.
But at least you have the advantage of knowing who were your parents, and that one day you can find them again. They can consent to your marriage and set everything to rights. What I am makes it impossible for me to gain the favor of his father, who respects only me.
Yeah, well, at least you have the advantage that your lover is attempting to make another marriage.
Is the least of your natural to believe that one's attractions will keep their interest. The real enemy is an interfering father, for whom one's attractions have no interest at all, right?
Right.
Right.
What we true lovers must bear. How delicious to be in love, with nothing to disturb the beating of two hearts together.
Don't delude yourself. A peaceful love affair is a boring one. You need your ups and your downs. Troubles in love make us appreciate the pleasures of one another even more.
Enough, Scapino. Help us forget our troubles by making us laugh.
Not quite yet. At the moment, I'm trying to pick up a little revenge in Vigilante.
Why? Just when we're all happy, you have to get yourself mixed up in all this trouble again.
Because it makes me happier to risk my chance still. And why the devil do you need to worry about it?
Yes, Scapino. We'll be needing your help.
I'll be along later in the day. Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao. Oh, ciao. Nobody says I give away secrets. And gets away with it.
Well, Scapino, how are you getting on saving my son?
Sir, your son is now perfectly safe, sir. But it is you who now run the risk.
Me?
You are in the greatest danger.
Me?
Yes.
Why?
Why, sir, at this very moment, they're searching everywhere to learn why the brother of the girl I take was married. He thinks that your plan to put your daughter in the marriage bed reserved for his sister will succeed. Thinking this, he plans to wreak vengeance on you with your life for this slight on his family's honor. Oh, sir, what I would do is see you safely locked up at home.
Dear Scapino, whatever shall I do?
No, sir. I'm trying to think of a way. I mean, I'm so terrified that my hands are shaking from hand to mouth. It's insane. I wish there was some way. Sir, I think I've got a way to save you. But first, you must get in this sack.
Oh, no.
Oh, look over there, sir! Oh, I sir, you're in the sack. Now, sir, all you have to do is get all the way in, all the way to the bottom, and don't make a move. Whatever happens. There. All right. Now, since you're in the sack, I can pick you up. Well, I can drag you across town, through the fences, past our enemies, back home, where we can board ourselves up and call for the cops in peace.
A brilliant idea.
Not better, sir.
Just leave it to me. I'll not even breathe.
Very well, sir. Oh my goodness, sir. Just in time. It's a real vicious-looking fellow. He's sailing up in a boat. Aha! 16 men on a dead man's chest. Yo-ho, yo-ho. And a bottle of gin. Aha! Avast there, ye landlubbers. Can any man jack of you tell me where we can find that old pirate Arundel?
Pretty Polly.
Shut up, you. You there, Sonny Jim Laddie in the sack. Can you tell us where we can find old Durante? Sir, are you looking for my very good friend, Signor Durante? Aye, that I am, laddie, so that I can kill him, haul him, hang him from the highest yardarm, and peck him to death with my parents. Shut up, or I will stop you. You don't happen to know where he is? No, sir. No, not at all. Right. You're not a shipmate of his, do you? No, sir, I am a doogie. Very devoted shipmate. Right then. When you find him, give him this for me. Get out. Oh, sir. Why must you? My poop deck, sir. Oh, it hurts so bad. Oh. All right, let that be a lesson to you, Sonny Jim. All right, I'm off. Up sail. Up anchor. Up and away. Oh, sir. Damn that bully. May they take his guts for garters.
Oh, SCAPINO, I can't bear it any longer.
Sir, my back is broken.
Why is that? Is my back any beat?
No, sir, he was having to go at mine.
What are you talking about? I can feel every single stroke. I can feel everyone from still.
No, sir, that was only the end of his yardarm that was hitting you.
Well, she would have moved off a bit then, and none of it would have reached me.
Sorry, sir, sorry. Oh, sir, don't look now, don't look now. There's a real vicious Easter type. Aww. Oh, Suzuki Honda City. Jackie Chan Rusty Punch. Pokemon! Pardon? Oh, if you think I'm gonna repeat all that, you stupid idiot. Lord, please. I think there's some moving in the sake. Moment while I get gigantic karai chapura sake. Sir, that'll be over my dead body, if necessary. Now, sir, I've already been beaten up once this day. Oh, then this is not your lucky day. Oh, sir, why must you defeat me of my ninja ways? Oh. Let that be lesson you sign, Jim, not to be so insolent. All right, I'm off. Ciao, nay. Oh, sir. May they damn that bully. May they take his guts for guard.
Oh, I'm beaten to death.
Oh, sir, I'm killed.
Why the devil they must keep eating the sack?
I don't know, sir. I don't know. I mean, the ushers, they just let him right down the aisle. Oh, don't look now, sir. Don't look. Just find them another one. It's a whole squad of English soldiers. I say, Sergeant. Yes, sir. I say, Sergeant. Have you seen that old lad Durante anywhere? No, sir. Why, I have not. Hey, what? Look over there. Is that his servant laddie there with a sack? Why, sir, I believe it is. Right then. Let's investigate. Company by the left. Company, march! Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Keep up in the back there. Left, right, left, right, left, right, halt! Right then, Sir Laddie. You tell us where we can find that old Signor Durante. Why, sir, I swear, I don't know. You're the third lot of people who have come looking for him today. Right then. If you do not tell us where he is, we will attack your sack. Sir, I swear, I don't know. All right, then, we shall bring in the cavalry. Horses! Horses! Quiet! Right then, we will give you one last chance to tell us where we can find that Signor Durante. Why, sir, I swear, I don't know. Right then. Artillery, brass band, platoon, ladies and gentlemen, prepare to charge! Charge!
The traitor, the villain, the scoundrel, I'll make you pay for this.
Oh my goodness. What a fool the old fellow was. laughing. It's too funny.
It's not funny. You have no business to laugh at it.
What did you say, senor?
You have no right to make fun of me.
Of you?
Yes.
Who intends to make fun of you?
You come here to laugh at me? To laugh at my face?
It's nothing to do with you. See, I just heard a story, the funniest ever. It's about a trick that was played on by a son on his father to cheat him of his money.
My son and his father cheated him on his money.
Yes, and you wouldn't have to press me very hard to tell you the whole story. I'm bursting to tell it to someone.
Then let me press you. Tell me about it.
Okay. You see, my young man is in the condition of many a suitor. Money is the least of his attributes. He has a father who, though he is rich, is the meanest of misers. And what was his name? Perhaps you can help me. Think of someone in this town who's known as the meanest, greediest, and most nastiest of all.
I would know of him.
There's an ante in his name.
Ante.
Arante?
Arante.
Argante?
Gante.
Verante?
Emily Bronte?
Karate! That's the one. That's the name. He's the meanest man in Naples. You see, the gypsies had decided to leave town today, and my young man was going to lose him for want of money when he was relieved by the genius of the servant who got it out of the miser. As for the young man's name, I'll never forget it. It's Scapino.
Ha! Sniffling cockroach.
This is how we tricked the fool. I'm sorry. The thought of it has just started me off again.
Go on, go on.
He seeks out this Durante and tells him, whilst walking along the harbor, that they were invited to go to boat by a friendly Turk.
I hate Turks.
You see, whilst they were eating and drinking, the boat put to sea. The miser sent poor Scapino by a skiff to tell the old miser that his son would be sent off to Algiers if he did not pay an immediate ransom of 500,000 men. The old man just couldn't bring himself to pay the money, so he tried 100 ridiculous ways of getting out of it. But after many whinings and turnings, sighs and groans, what the devil was he doing aboard that boat? Don't you think this is funny?
The young man is a scoundrel, an insolent blockhead, and he shall be punished by his father for the trick he has played. The gypsy is an inconsiderate and pyramid hussy to laugh at a man of honor. I'll teach her to come to debauching other people's children, and the ballad villain we sent to prison for tomorrow morning. I hate gypsies.
You do realize that the man you were just talking to just happens to be your young man's dad, right?
You know, I was just beginning to have my suspicions. I mean, I told him his own story before I even realized it.
His own story?
Well, yeah, I mean, I was bursting to tell it to someone.
Your tongue must be long enough for two. You can't even keep your own secrets.
Oh, yeah.
Hey there, Sylvester!
Get inside. There's my master puppet.
So, you and that other scoundrel Scapino conspired to cheat me of my money.
Oh,
And my son Octavio is in on it too. Well, do you think I'm going to stand for this?
Yes?
No!
Now, sir, please, if Scapino did anything wrong to you, I wash my hands of the entire affair.
Or a chance of being made a fool of, Silvestro.
Yes. No. No! No, 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 no. No.
Senor Gante, you see me way down by misfortune.
You see me too, Senor Durante, the sloth of despot.
That criminal Scapino should be on 500,000 lira.
What? That self-same criminal Scapino's cheated me as well. Of 200,000.
He didn't cheat me out 500,000 lira. He treated me in a way which I'm too ashamed to explain. But I'll pay him back for it.
Yes, I'll make sure he pays for the tricks he's played on us.
Please, God, don't let him find out I was involved in all this.
But this isn't the end of the story, Senor Gante. One misfortune follows another. The daughter, expected to ride today, is lost. She and her mother sailed some time ago from Marseille, the ship they sailed in.
Why, oh, why did you not bring her here with you?
Reasons. Business and family interests forced me to keep the second marriage a secret.
Oh, Signor Fadolfo! Oh, Signor Fadolfo!
Is that you, nurse?
Si, Signor Fadolfo.
Don't call me Pandolfo. Call me Durante. Reasons have forced me to change my name.
Alas, what troubles this change of name has caused us in trying to find you here?
Alice, then where are my daughter and her mother?
Your daughter? sweetheart. I must beg you to forgive us. For we were broke and penniless and thought we would never see you again. We must beg you to forgive us for having let her be married.
My daughter? Married?
Yes, Signor.
To whom?
To a gentleman named Octavio, son of certain Signor Argante.
Good God!
What a coincidence.
Show us where she is.
Oh, into that building over there.
Well, I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't heard it with my own eyes.
How's tricks?
Good. I've got two bits of information for you. One's a surprise. First bit of information is that our good old Giacinta just happens to be none other than Signor Argante's daughter. What good luck's brought upon the lucky couple. The second bit of information, no surprise, is that the fathers are full of terrifying threats about you.
Well, threats never did hurt anybody, did they? They're just clouds passing by, high in the sky.
We'll just watch your back.
You leave that to me.
Come on, my daughter, come with me. I happen to only would have been pleased if I ever see your mother too.
Ah, here comes Octavio, right? Come, son. Let us celebrate the happy occasion of your marriage.
No, Father. Our pledge marriage means nothing to me. I must be plain with you. You have heard of the secret marriage I have made.
Yes, but you don't know.
I know all I need to know, Father.
I must tell you about Signor Durante's daughter.
No, Signor Durante's daughter means nothing to me.
But she's the one.
No, sir, I will not be shaken.
Just give her
Shut up, you.
Your wife?
No, Father. This is the girl to whom I'm married to love her with all my heart, and I haven't even looked at another woman before.
But she's the one we want you to have. My God, what an idiot he is. Never listens to anyone but himself.
It's true, Octavio. This is the father whom I've lost. All our troubles are over. So, Benetta! Father, this is the girl I told you about.
You want me to allow creatures ensnare your brother who threw 1,000 insults to my face not a half an hour ago?
Sir, please forgive me. If I had known it was you, I would have never spoken to you like that. And by then, I only knew my reputation.
What do you mean, reputation?
As the meanest, most. Oh, Father, my brother's love for her is deep and true. And I'll answer for her virtue.
That's all very well. Would you allow him to marry a girl off the streets that nobody knows?
Father!
What?
David, you need no longer worry that I'm in love with a girl with no name and no fortune. The gypsies who sold her to me revealed that she was born in this very city.
City?
Into a well-known family.
Family?
And that she was stolen when she was only 4.
4?
And that this bracelet will reveal to us who her real parents are.
Unbelievable. This bracelet proves she's my very own daughter, whom I lost the age you spoke of.
Your daughter?
Yes, now that I look closely. I can see in her face all of our family features.
Father! What an extraordinary coincidence!
Senores, it's been a terrible accident.
Accidente? What?
SCAPINO!
SCAPINO!
See that French.
Oh, sir, you won't have to worry yourself about that. As he was passing by the scaffolding of a new building, stone cutter never fell on his head.
Oh!
Fractured his skull.
Oh!
Scattered his brains up.
Oh!
Down.
Oh, straight.
His last wish is to say a few last words to you all.
Where is he?
Here he comes now.
Oh! Oh!
Oh, that's gross.
Oh.
So hideous. Oh, follow maggots.
Oh!
And
Senors, you see me. You see me now in this wretched state.
Oh!
I've come with my last breath to ask forgiveness of all those I've ever offended.
yes.
Especially Senors Argante and Gerante.
For my part, Scapino, I forgive you.
Bravo!
Go and die. And yes.
But it was Senor Gerante whom I've offended most with that cruel beating I gave you earlier.
It's okay, SCAPINO. I forgive you as well.
What? It was a horrible cheek of me to give you that good hiding in the sack.
Hiding? Sack?
That's
What? The sausage trick I played on you.
sausage.
Shut up!
Sausage.
What? The sausage trick while you were in the sack.
Shut up! I told you I've forgiven you everything.
Oh, what joy, sir. Do you really, from the bottom of your heart, do pretty Polly?
Yes, I forgive you. But only on one condition.
What condition is it, sir?
That you die.
I'm growing weaker every minute and minute and minute.
Senor Geronimo, to celebrate our happiness, I beg you to forgive him unconditionally.
Forgive him. Forgive him.
Shall I forgive him?
Yes!
No!
Yes!
No!
Yes!
All right! I forgive him!
Hooray!
In Napoli, where love is king, when boy meets girl, here's what they say. When the moon hits your eyes like a million beats of ice on earth, when the world seems to shine